What's up, everybody? So I'll talk about Tyson Fury, how I was right about that prediction, but I just want to show you that real quick. My wife took that picture. That's me in Siberia. So yeah, very sad Christmas for me. My amazing cat. Now I'm mourning still, of course, but my amazing cat Siberia. I had him for so long. I'll probably do a tribute video maybe and put it out on my main channel when I get a chance. It's gonna be, I don't know if I can do it, but yeah, he died. He passed away. I got him in 2008. He was the best cat I ever had. The best cat. I grew up with a lot of cats, and I needed a cat after my father had passed away as an emotional pet or whatever to get over the grieving. So my father passed away a long time ago in 2008, and I got Siberia, and he helped me through it. He was a Russian blue. I got lucky. It was a rescue. He had like he was from a litter with eye infections, from what I understood, and his eyes cleared up. So anyway, he gave a paw. He sat. He was trained. If you watch some of my videos on Looking on TV, you would see that. But anyway, I know some of you could understand when you lose an animal, the mourning you go through. He was on medication. He was 16 and a half. Most cats, a lot of cats, not most, but a lot of cats pass away. I rescued a little brother for him, and unfortunately, early on in the year, he was 2 years younger than Siberia. He was 14. He passed away. But Siberia was medicated. He had a hyperthyroidism. I got it down with meds, and he was at no kidding, he was at the doctor's office, at the vet, more than me. Regular checkups. So anyway, I don't want to get into all that stuff, except like how much I miss him and how much you probably have a pet too. Some people see pets as objects, so they don't quite get it. But if you're an animal lover, and it's like your kid, if you have a pet, whether it's a parakeet or a dog, it doesn't matter. You love your pet. It's wonderful. My wife and I had a routine with Siberia. We'd watch TV with him. He was always with us. He was whereas his younger adopted brother was nothing like this. He would be in another room somewhere. I called Siberia a high functioning cat. He had a high IQ. Unfortunately, he fell ill. It was progress. He would always lose weight. He would have these weight battles for the last few years because he had the thyroid problem, so we'd go get it checked. But yeah, it's kind of just like he was getting older. I saw, okay, his coat got thin a long time ago. He had issues with that, so I'd get him like these medicines where it would build his coat back, and just always on top of him. But he got really ill, and I knew it was over because he started on his last meal was Christmas Eve at 3 a.m. I literally filmed him eating his last meal, which was a kidney food that Purina made. Really good diet he was on. It was low sodium because it was, his kidneys were having problems. As the cats get older, they have this issue. It's very common. I'm not editing this video at all. I'm just going off the head here, so it's not planned. I just want to talk about it. But I love my Siberia so much. I miss him so much. I have all his meows recorded. It's hard to see, just like with anything. You see your pet running around playing a month ago, and then refusing to eat, like I said, Christmas morning, and then he wouldn't drink any water. He would just sit by the water pot. I guess it was a place of comfort, one of his watering bowls, and he just wouldn't eat. We tried our best. I brought him in, and I knew. I had him in my arms. I knew it was a problem and it was going to be bad. So we took him in for the blood work that day on Christmas. On Christmas, I spent half the day at a vet, and yeah, they came out and they told me it was really bad. This was bad. That number's high. White blood cell count's high. We could admit him and put him through all these tests, ultrasounds, all this stuff for days on end. And I said, well, would that guarantee? Because I was up for it. If it's going to save him, he's not going to be, tortured in any way. Like, who wants to put their animal through that? Their pet, their loved one. They said, no, you'd be lucky to get a month out of him. And then your wife and you will be like nurses to your cat. He'll need a saline bag every day, and it just wasn't looking good. So they gave him some meds that day. I refused to. They were like, oh, you could, put him to sleep right now. I refused to. I said, there's got to be a chance here. Can you give him something, some fluids, some medicines? So long story short, they gave him the medicines. It was a last ditch effort to save Siberia. So yeah, we took him home for the last Christmas, and he slept with us in the room. I set up his bed right next to my bed, his cat box. He was on his last legs. I had a little, he went on, that was Christmas. So Christmas Eve, I didn't even say. He went to my aunt's house with us. We wrapped him up in a towel. We visited her. She's very open. She has cats too. And he did feel better. He was actually purring. The medicine did its job. He was purring a little bit. So we stayed there for a very short time. And then we took him home from there. And we got some purrs out of him that evening. And we were trying to give him some water, some fluids through an eyedropper. But it wasn't working. Nothing was working. And we just had to take him to the vet the next day. We spent one last night with him. And it was just hard. It was really, really hard. So, yeah. My cat's gone. So, really difficult. I don't even know if I'll probably put this video up. Who's gonna watch it? Not many people. But yeah, if you have a cat or something that you love so much and you know it's getting older and you know it's not gonna be around forever. I never took this cat for granted in my life. It's funny, one of my last videos, if you watch it, you hear him meow really loudly at me because he demanded my attention. He was like my companion. He'd follow me everywhere. So yeah, so Siberia, you know, he's in a better place, I hope. A little energy ball. Yeah, so yeah, just enjoy your pet. Do I want to get another pet? My wife is so upset because when she married me, she didn't sign on for cats. She wasn't into animals so much. And then I go, look at you, fell in love with a cat. So she loves him so much. So she walks around with his bells. He had a little bell with a heart collar, as you can see in the photo that I showed. This was Valentine's Day. She made this for me Valentine's Day a while back, a couple of years ago. So yeah. So really difficult getting through this morning. You know, just say hold your pet, love them, take care of them. But yeah. So I'm pretty broken up. It's been a hard already. It's not a good year coming in like this with such a loss. You know. So anyway, I just want to say, loved my cat so much, and I get it. If you're an animal lover, I get it. Your pet is everything. Your children, your pets, and some people, like I said, they don't get it. And a lot of people think cats are aloof, but no, this cat is like a dog. He would run at you. My wife would come home from work, and she'd spread her arms open, and he would run to her and jump in her arms. So yeah, we're pretty devastated. But life goes on. And I'll never forget my beloved Siberia. Yeah, he was born in July 2008. I got that, so I always made his birthday on July 4th. So that was his birthday. But he was definitely born on July 8th. I knew the litter was born when I got him, when I rescued him out of a shelter. So yeah, Siberia was just amazing. He was a funny cat, so funny, so gentle. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Even funny, we had these at one point. There was like a big cricket in the house. He wouldn't even kill the cricket. He would touch it with his paw. He was amazing. He was so gentle. So anyway, let me change the subject. So in a previous video, I talked about Tyson Fury. I said why he would lose. Unfortunately, that's one of my lowest rated videos. I get like 500 views, 400 views. YouTube doesn't really push this channel at all, and I get it. I don't post all the time. But it's not about the views for me anymore. I'm past that stage. I don't do this professionally, so anymore anyway. So anyway, yeah, Tyson Fury lost because he didn't switch up. And Usyk, and he didn't find a way. Let me say that. Every time Usyk made a switch in his game, he would one-up Tyson Fury, and he would figure out a way to beat him again and again and again each round. So he won that fight. There's no question he won both fights, in my opinion. Some people, I don't think anyone really had an issue. I didn't look too much around the internet. I don't think anyone had an issue with Fury losing this one, outside of his camp, of course. But it was a clear win. Anyway, I predicted that. I thought the fight went pretty good. I think I might start talking about other things on here, just life stuff. Because the boxing videos, you know, as much boxing knowledge as I have, because I've been watching boxing since I was a kid, it's really, you know, it's really just not getting the I don't get the attention that others, maybe because I don't put a lot of videos up, but I just, it's more of a, well, I did, and then I got a bogus copyright strike from a guy that's using fair use, and from an AI channel. Anyway, that guy gave me I just said, to heck with it. I think that video almost had like 40,000 views, and this loser found me. So basically, the guy, the person, whoever's running that channel, basically he would take a bunch of Tyson Fury clips, anything on the internet, put it all together under fair use, of course, and have an AI generic voice talk over it with fake news. So I would pause it, talk about it, pause it, talk about it. So that's how I got this channel monetized again. And I did very well. And this loser, a bum, copyright striked me, falsely did it. But I'm not going to get into any litigation and stuff like that. Just take it, do you. Do you. That makes you feel better. I'm not the type of person to get involved in all that stuff. I don't want to. So, yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to be out. I'm very upset. And it's very hard to go on. And it's been a little while now. Well, not really. We had to get Siberia. He passed away on the evening on the 6th. I'm sorry, the day after. Sorry, today's the 6th, January 6th. After Christmas, he is the day after. But I just didn't want to associate with that too on Christmas. I don't know. But I'm gonna. There's no way I can get around it. I guess he was reborn the day after Christmas, I'll say, because I believe in energy, and he went somewhere else. But yeah, it was really nice. We got these little rocks, and they had a rock garden at the place, at the emergency vet place. So we put his name. My wife wrote it neatly, and I took pictures of it. We put it down in a rock garden, his name, and I'm waiting on his ashes now. Pretty sad stuff. So yeah, I never took that cat for granted though. You know, I always knew when I was looking at him, he was aging. I was like, wow, he's not going to be here one day. It's going to be tough. I just literally, before I turned this video on, it sounds silly, but I played a recording of him meowing for me at the door because I'd go in the shower and he would scream for me. He'd cry and he'd put his mouth under the door so I could hear him louder until I opened the door. And then he would yell at me. Why? He would yell like, meow. Like, why are you locking me out? Well, I'll tell you why I lock him out. Because he was obsessed. He liked to drink water and he wanted to go in the shower with me. He had to be with me all the time. He had to go in. If I'm in the shower, this cat literally was pinned to me. He got like anxiety issues. No, separation anxiety. He would follow me in the water, in the shower. Cat was amazing. Anyway, wish you all well and a happy new year. Hopefully 2026 is really good for you, and hopefully it gets better for me. Wait, did I say 2026? Sorry, 2025. I don't even know what year it is anymore. This is insane. I'm already in 2026. I'm like, wait, that didn't sound right. All right, so I'm out. Have a happy new year.